I think this is truly the year of exposure. It really is. People just getting exposed left and right, left and right, left and right. And it's just, damn. More NFL bombshells could be coming after explosive John Gruden exit. John Gruden resigned as Raiders coach on Monday night after a slew of emails in which he used misogynistic and homophobic language emerged in a report from the New York Times. Here's everything you need to know about the controversy that took down Gruden. Why was the NFL investigating John Gruden? During a probe into allegations of workplace misconduct in the Washington football team organization and their own Daniel Snyder, NFL investigators discovered an email Gruden had sent to former Washington team president Bruce Allen. Gruden wrote that the NFL Players Association president D. Maurice Smith, who is black, had lips the size of Michelin tires. Yeah. What did Snyder do? A probe was launched after the Washington Post reported allegations from 40 women who said they were harassed or verbally abused as team employees. The NFL fined the Washington football team $10 million for fostering a toxic culture. Snyder was not suspended. As part of the investigation, the NFL examined over 650,000 emails. Who else could be in trouble? Anyone and everyone who engaged in Gruden in his anti-gay, misogynist, and sexist emails. The New York Times' latest report has Gruden sharing in numerous pictures of Washington football team cheerleaders reportedly wearing nothing but bikini bottoms. To other men associated with the NFL, including former NFL executive Bruce Allen. 4. How much is the salary does Gruden keep? Gruden was in the fourth year of his 10-year, $100 million contract that could include a morals clause. He stands to forfeit more than $60 million. Ouch. 5. Will Gruden coach again? If he does, it won't be for a while. It certainly won't be until he has shown that he has reformed through actions, and it is impossible at the moment to think he will be as a head coach. His last one. How about TV? Does he get back there? Gruden was a star analyst on ESPN's Monday Night Football, and again over time he could be given a second chance in a country that often embraces second chances. Now you'll have, the right trying to, back him, and you will have, how do I put this lightly? You will have the plantation people on the right, sticking up for this and saying that, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that big of a deal. And the thing is you have to be careful what you say. And the thing is, as well as people don't really think about what they say, and you gotta look at it as this. Like, sometimes you just gotta be open to the fact that let people say what they want. Let them say what they want. They are going to end up getting themselves deleted out of certain opportunities. And that's what happened with Mr. John Gruden. Okay? And that's what happened. I mean, he took his personal email information and sent it to his work information. And that was a dumb move. Okay? Saying one of the guys there is lips as big as Michelin tires. In the age of Me Too and how we're in this culture right now, you have to fart the way people tell you to, or you could get canceled. That was a smart thing to say. That was something smart to say. And unfortunately, people have to learn the hard way. But it's interesting that the right comes in to defend him. As usual, I'd expect that. I would expect that. Because that's who they are. Republicans are low-key racist, and it will get their plantation lemmings to back them up. That's just how it goes. That's just how it is. That's how they roll. It's not that bad. These are the same people, I have the right to say the N-word. Come on now, it's just sticks and stones. I have the right to say the N-word. It's free speech. Then when something you get censored or when you get canceled, oh man, it's not fair. Okay. This is something that, like I said, when these things happen and when people just come up to defend people in the wrong, that shows you who they are. So you got to be happy when you have these types of situations. You got to be happy. You got to be okay with it. Because when people come out and they defend stuff like this, it shows you who they truly are. That's how it is. I had a person in my one of my Facebook groups, right? And he just said, I don't like black people. Just basically, he just, the way he talked, I don't like black people. Then he said, well, I'm a white supremacist. You think, and I just removed them from the group. Let people talk. Eventually, they dig themselves into a big ditch. Just like the Republican Party right here. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Just watch. Right here. Right here. Right here. Okay? Right here. Guess who's defending John Gruden's crude racist emails? Las Vegas coach John Gruden resigned in a position as head coach after a trove of his racist, misogynistic, and homophobic emails were uncovered during a workplace investigation into Washington football team. Gruden writes, I have resigned as head coach of the Los Angeles Raiders. I love the Raiders and do not want to be a distraction. Thank you to all the players, coaches, staff, and fans of Raider Nation. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt anyone. Here we go. Gruden's message was sent to Bruce Allen, Bruce Allen, former president of the Washington football team, and others, while he was working for ESPN as a color analyst during the Monday night's football. In the emails, Gruden called the league's commissioner, Roger Goodell, a bundle of sticks and a clueless anti-football wussy, and said the Goodell should not have pressured Jeff Fisher, then the coach of the Rams, to draft bundle of sticks, a reference to Michael Sam, a same team player chosen by the team in 2014. Those are but a few, but what's equally horrific is how deeply Gruden hated that the league decided to try and protect its players from head trauma injuries. What? What is wrong with protecting players from head trauma injuries? Do you know how many of these players die or they end up killing somebody? Let's look into Junior Seau. Who remembers Junior Seau? Junior Seau was basically a terror due to those head injuries. And what he said was, I want people to examine my brain. Before he killed himself, that's what he said. Okay? This past year, right? This past year, or the year before that, There was a football player who shot up his doctor and the doctor's family. And I think he killed himself. Concussions are a major reason why these football players go crazy after football is over or during their football career. Spewing the garbage Gruden meant he couldn't work for the NFL. I'm sorry, spewing the garbage did meant he couldn't work for the NFL. That seems like a grammatical error there. Only in Trump's White House could a person survive such a craven behavior. This is highlighted by the idiotic son. There's a tweet. Naturally, Don Jr. is defending John Gruden today. Let's see the emails and texts of Goodell and every NFL owner executive. We must find out if they ever said anything wrong, shared a controversial thought, or held an opinion that wasn't PC. No statute of limitations. We can't allow them to hide behind their white privilege. Yeah, oh God, he's an idiot. Republicans are supposed to be for free markets. We all know that's a lie. There are plenty of right-wing tools speaking out and defending the racist coach. It's all cancel culture BS. John Gruden just got totally screwed over, and everyone knows it. Really. He didn't get screwed over. He put himself in that position. This is from Greg Kelly. Greg Kelly is the son of, I believe, the once commissioner. I forgot his name. New York commissioner. Forgot his name. Okay. Jason Campbell talks. Steven Crowder says former NFL coach John Gruden said nothing offensive or fireable. Yeah, Crowder. This is Crowder, the same dude that joked about the black farmers and talked about Hennessy trees and stuff like that. You believe in that racist piece of excrement, Steven Crowder. Yeah. Matt Walsh. Richard Sherman was arrested for domestic violence this past summer. He is currently playing for the Bucks. John Gruden used vulgar language in private emails several years ago. He is not out of a job. If you think this is about simple accountability, you're a moron. Really? Okay. Oh, Charlie Kirk. The real reason why they had to get rid of John Gruden is because he's a white Catholic conservative male who speaks out. Really? That's what it was. It's not the fact that he said that a black man's lips looked like the size of Michelin tires. It's not the fact that he used a derogatory slur against gay players. But you know that's going to get you in trouble. Or the fact that he's against the league. He's against the league protecting NFL players from head injuries. I'm reading that Gruden only committed tough thought crimes and such. What Gruden wrote is definitely grounds for firing, as many other employees have discovered. Gruden resigned anyway. He never wanted those emails to see the light of day, yet they did. Republicans defend the indefensible. Rotten hell. Yeah, pretty much. The Republicans, look, this is just racism. I wonder how they feel if a black man said some things about Jews or he said some things about white men. You know, how would they feel about it? We all know that the Republicans defended Vernon Jones. I'll just say that. Defended Vernon Jones. They'll defend Ashley Babbitt. Even though Ashley Babbitt broke the law and got shot for doing so. They'll defend Trump's antics too when he was in office. It's just a lot of things about, you can see how disgusting, the right is at this time. And Charlie Kirk just devoid of, I don't know what that has to do with anything. Being a white Catholic conservative male, what does that have to do with anything about what John Gruden said? I really want to know. Somebody please tell me, what does that have to do with John Gruden? What he said. Everything he said was something to get fired for. Because he said it about blacks, it was okay. I wonder what happened if he was saying anything about Asians, say anything about Jews, what would happen? It's okay to say anything about a black guy who's an employee of the NFL. He has lips the size of Michelin tires. Say that. Well, what happened if he said something about a Jewish person? You know, what would happen? You say anything to anybody with the last name ending with Stein or Berg or Lee? I wonder what would happen. Would these people stand up? Would Donald Trump Jr.'s son, Steven Crowder, or Charlie Kirk say anything? We all know probably Steven Crowder would say some nonsense. After all, he did disrespect the hell out of black farmers, and he got canceled. YouTube brought him back, I think. Interesting. Say anything you want about blacks, but if you dare penalize racist person, it's white, Republican. Oh man, you hurting free speech. Oh man. Call somebody the N-word. Oh, that's free speech, man. Come on now. That's how it goes. That is how it goes. All right. That's all I got to say for now. What are your thoughts about John Gruden? What are your thoughts? Should he have been canceled or should he have kept his job? I want to hear it. Okay. Oh. And the same energy. What would happen if he said something to a Jewish person about how they looked and how their lips looked? Or if he said something about an Afghanistan football player. Okay. Or an Asian. How would that roll over? Just want to know. Okay. That's all I got to say for now. Later. Like, share, comment, and subscribe.